Item. SCP-306. Object Class. Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Frozen samples of SCP-306 are stored at Bioresearch Site 101. Research on SCP-306 is to be carried out under Biosafety Level 4 protocols. Subjects infected with SCP-306 are to be immediately placed under quarantine. Any items making physical contact with infected subjects or SCP-306 residue are to be incinerated. Personnel interacting with infected subjects are to remain in full hazmat containment suits. Personnel interacting with infected subjects or SCP-306 residue are to remain under mandatory quarantine and submit to twice-daily examination for a period of 2 weeks after interaction. Containment breaches within controlled environments will result in lockdown of affected area. Personnel within the affected area are to remain in place until cleared for release. Hazmat teams are to remove and examine personnel for signs of infection. Infected personnel are to be quarantined. Affected area is to then be sterilized. A 1 km radius around any areas experiencing an outbreak of SCP-306 is to be quarantined. Areas are to have all water and sewer systems sealed. Hazmat teams are to be deployed in the area, and all persons in the quarantine zone are to be evacuated and screened for infection. Uninfected persons are to be released, with non-Foundation employees administered Class B amnestics. Infected persons are to be terminated. Following completed evacuation, enclosed areas are to be sterilized with ethylene oxide. In unenclosed areas, controlled burning, followed by a ground sweep, are to be enacted. Wetlands harboring SCP-306 are to be impounded, filled, and sealed with concrete. Preventing SCP-306 from infecting any large body of water is an Alpha Class priority. Description: SCP-306 is a fungus related to the genus Trichophyton. SCP-306 can infect humans through inhalation of spores or by skin-to-skin contact. Initial symptoms of infection can include coughing and sneezing, and skin lesions. Lesions caused by SCP-306 display a morphology similar to benign papillomas, warts, and reach full size after approximately 2 days. Lesions are prone to shedding, after which another lesion forms underneath. Lesions that fall from the body of infected subjects are light enough to be carried by wind, and capable of spreading SCP-306 for years. If untreated, lesions caused by SCP-306 can cover the body within 2 weeks. SCP-306 has been shown to grow in nearly all biological matter. SCP-306's primary anomalous property will only manifest when growing on human tissue. When infecting a human, SCP-306 secretes several previously unknown enzymes. These enzymes catalyze an unknown process which drastically alters the structure of cells, resulting in the formation of several extra organelles of an indeterminate function. Approximately 2 weeks following infection, infected subjects begin to develop major physiological modifications. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, subjects rapidly lose weight, followed by the development of abnormal pigmentation and increased water permeability of skin. Subjects who are still able to speak describe being in constant, excruciating pain. Over the next 2 to 5 months, symptoms include shrinkage of organ systems, reshaping of the skeletal system. This process can last between 2 and 5 months, after which subjects are referred to as SCP-306-1. Instances of SCP-306-1 on average weigh 25-30 kilograms, measuring 0.5 meters in length. SCP-306-1 have an appearance similar to amphibians, but correspond to no known species. Autopsies of deceased SCP-306-1 specimens have revealed that internal structures remain morphologically similar to human organs following metamorphosis. Instances appear to enjoy human presence, and actively attempt to gain contact when in human presence. SCP-306-1 remain extremely infectious, with any direct physical contact resulting in infection by SCP-306. SCP-306-1 are capable of reproduction in a similar manner to Agalichnus calidrius. SCP-306 was discovered in redacted Louisiana in a swampy area when locals reported a colony of unknown amphibious creatures, coupled with a string of unexplained disappearances. Foundation agents were deployed to the scene to investigate, leading to the object's discovery. Since this event, additional SCP-306 outbreaks have been found in the southeastern United States. SCP-306 is resistant to nearly all treatment, with the exception of high heat. Cauterization of infected tissue has shown modest success in treating cutaneous infection. However, respiratory infection is not treatable. See Addenda.